name is Jia, but that's not my Chinese name. My Chinese name is Chen Bei. That might be a bit difficult to pronounce, so that's my English name, Jia. And I'm Shanghainese, which means born and grew up here in Shanghai, from local, 100% local.
And so have you done a lot of travel?
I don't, compared to you, no, that is nothing. And just a few places. I went to, my first outside of China trip is in UK, but I didn't really see much about London, just like a small place like in Grimsby. It's a small town, Grimsby, or because my ex-boyfriend sings. But I do really enjoy like to see the different culture outside of Shanghai, outside of China. It's really interesting, fascinating. And I visited Australia quite a few times, two, Melbourne only, but I really love it.
And why do you go to Australia so often?
My current boyfriend, he's from Melbourne, and funny thing is, before I met him, the Australia is never really on my list. I wanted to go. I don't know why. Because the funny thing is, I find like the people, they all like, group, the people from the same country, they like a group together. Before I met him, I know very few little Australian people. So I just don't hear much about Australia. So I know like a nice place, a beach, I know, but I just don't hear. I need to hear from my friends and really get my interest in it. So after we started dating, I met so many Aussie and I heard so much about Australia, so really gave me want to go. And 2 years ago, the first time I visited there, I was wow, it's amazing. The coffee is beautiful. I love coffee. Yeah, last time when I went, it's even better because it's a really good time to enjoy myself instead of being a tourist. Just try to absorb everything. But last time is try to, just relax, like 2 weeks on the beach, running, jogging, just enjoying the food. It's amazing.
Not airport, train station, so the main train station, waiting for our train to Xi'an. Our train is leaving in 5:60 up there in approximately 1 hour. We're in for about a 20-hour train trip. Haven't been on a train in China yet, so don't really know what to expect.
Trains, they're clean, they're fast. That's about it really. They're full of disgusting snacks. Sugar.
Disgusting good snacks or disgusting
bad snacks, i.e. blueberry Pringles. Terrible.
Is that a warning to people?
It's a big warning, don't go there.
What do you expect your train journey to be like?
I'm just expecting that I'm going to be getting onto a train into a beautiful bed. The motion of the train is going to lull me to sleep, and approximately 20 or so hours later I'm going to wake up in Xi'an and be ready to go.
Really? Ready to go sightseeing?
Yep, sightseeing. I'm going to be refreshed. It's going to be beautiful. Can't wait.
And what do you think, Anna?
I'd really like that to happen, but the reality of it is, from past experiences, different countries, I know that's not going to happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
So I'm going to expect the worst, and if it's better than that, I'm going to be fucking stoked.
Yeah. Well, we'll see in a couple of hours. So wait, Mecca, how's the train for you?
Hasn't so far lived up to expectations. So far.
So far.
Bye, honey. Get your clothes off and walk around in your jocks.
Scratch yourself.
I think that'll work okay.
So what are you going to do now, Mecca?
Hang out with your new Chinese family.
Well, we're obviously going to have dinner first.
Have a bit of chicken.
And now we're going to...
We've got a few cherry tomatoes there.
and then we're going to go to sleep for approximately 22 hours.
I'm going to stop laughing, it ruins the
Can
film.
we meet the rest of your family?
Yes. Come in, please.
How's your train journey so far?
Really excited so far, actually.
What was the highlight?
My snoring nana. World class.
World class, yes. Up there.
Even through the Valiant.
How's your train trip been, Daniel?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What's the highlight?
Probably this cup of tea.
Yeah? And how was your family?
Yeah, they're really nice. I feel a bit embarrassed trying to interact with them though, because I know such little Chinese that you really just get past hello, what's your name, and then
Yeah.
it's like,
Ni hao again. Back to ni hao.
yeah, what are you going to say?
What are you going to do? Alright, and all in all, it was better than you expected?
I think it took a little while to warm into. I think it was a bit of a shock at the start as to the train, but we're in China and these are the conditions, and we're not on some flash European or Japanese train.
Suck
But
it
it's
up.
comfortable. I mean, you know, we've got a bed, and I had a good night's sleep. And once you get the system of where you're allowed to eat, where you can get food, and yeah, you've got to be prepared. You've got to bring your own food and drink, and yeah, it's good.
Or just
It's all good.
gab off Nana.
Yeah, Nana's got a good amount of food. Those noodles are sweet.
Yeah, she offered us noodles. She's been quite hospitable. That's a word. What's the key to train travel?
Oh, there's just learning. Get prepared. Know which snacks are good, and
Patience, love, and tolerance.
What's that, Anna?
Patience, love, compassion, and tolerance.
What was it? How did you put that all together? Splorolence, something.
Tolerance.
The splorolence. Oh yeah.
but learning where to get a cup of tea.
There you go.
What are the best snacks and foods to have for breakfast, and easy to get, easy to make.
Boring.
Have
Yeah.
your sleeping bag.
Yeah, sleeping bag, 'cause it's fucking cold, hey.
How did you go with that one?
I was fine. I had my little dinner and my little, yeah, I was fine.
And it's a bit like camping. You're just going to have to try and make yourself as comfortable as you can. Get dressed in the morning and have a wash. Make yourself feel a bit more human. Maybe a little bit of routine in the day.
I think the best tip is just fit in.
What's your tip?
Fit in with people around you. Talk loud. Eat noodles.
Yeah.
And do stuff like this. Get a drink bottle, put some tea leaves in it, and you're set. You look Chinese.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't tell the difference. You know, are you my friend or you are the?
Nana, auntie.
Yeah.
Sharing.
And it's bonding with them. Okay, we'll just let this guy go through. Well, actually, yeah, I was also a little bit shocked. It's still recording.
Yeah.
So, I was a little bit shocked, but once I got in, got comfortable, got fed, I was fine. So actually, all in all, it's not that bad. Yeah, and maybe it's just getting me ready for my next month on trains. This is the first, so maybe it's going to be the worst or the best. Who knows? At least I know what to expect. Real style houses. I guess when you pour and you use mud and brick for your house, it's like homemade bricks. They're all going to look the fucking same. So where are you from?
From France.
From France, yeah. And how long have you been in China or traveling?
I've been in China for 3 weeks. Before I was in Nepal, and before that I was in India.
And I've been in China for 1 week.
Oh, only 1 week. So. And are you going anywhere else after this?
Yes,
In Mongolia.
and then Russia, and we are traveling back to France overland.
What's travel to you? When you think about travel, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Traveling, what's traveling?
Discovery,
For me, it's people.
landscape, or
Different
pictures, like the beautiful images you get after traveling. backpackers.
Backpackers. Yeah.
I've lived in India for 1 year, so I've traveled in India a lot. And after India, Nepal. But before that, we just traveled in Europe, close to France. So that's not so different from France.
Yeah. Do the French travel a lot outside Europe or around Europe?
I've met a lot of French people during my travel. Maybe because we speak in French and it's easier to speak together.
Yeah.
I don't know. But in India, I think half of the tourists are French, they said.
And I think in Europe they travel.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And what do you think travelling is to French people? Is it a very big part of the culture?
In France, depends on the people. Like some people don't like traveling really, and some other cannot live without.
So yeah, is there a moment that really stands out for you for when you were traveling?
When I was in Kashmir in India, and the Kashmir area is known like the embassy forbidden you to go because it's Kashmir, so it's in trouble. But in fact, it's not so. I've been 2 times, and the Kashmiri people are so kind and so nice with you because you go where they live. That's very nice.
And that's why you like Kashmir, for the people?
Yeah, for the people, and also there's a lot of mountains there. And so I go to ski in winter the first time, and it was very nice.
Yeah. Oh, good.
We're the Simpson family. My name's John.
Okay, we'll go around. Yeah.
Sure. We come from England, and we're here in China for just under 2 weeks before travelling somewhere else. Pure holiday. My oldest son Josh has been doing a language course here because he's finished exams early, so we booted him out to this part of the world to learn some Chinese and learn some English as well.
You hope so.
Well, we think about travelling. Travel. I think independent travel, as opposed to anything organised. I think that's the only way to do it, really. Sort of get in and sort of just try and go slightly local, go native.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how we tend to do it,
Yeah. And have you done much travelling?
We have done a lot of travelling, in our time. We've sort of seen quite a bit. Took a year out, I'd say 1979. Travelled for a year, backpacked. 1989. So the memory fades as one gets older. I was just thinking, 79 didn't sound quite right.
Not that long ago. Favourite place or travel memory that you can think of?
Favourite place? Wow, depends on. I think favourite travel memory. Favourite place would be the Cook Islands in the South Pacific, because we happened to catch it at the most beautiful time. The weather was great. It was just paradise, verdant trees, beautiful turquoise seas. Just sitting back with a beer on a beach and just thinking, could life get any better?
Yeah. But in terms of taking your kids, why do you take your kids travelling?
Because I think the world is getting smaller, and I think they've got to learn to play their part in it, and the more they see, I think the more they will understand, and the more that they will want to be part of it. I think it's too easy to become insular. And we tend to push their boundaries, we tend to push them outside the comfort zone, and we tend to do something that's a little bit different. We've got the wherewithal to do that, and we're lucky in that we can, so I think it's our duty.
Awesome. What are you doing in China?
Well, Vijay was studying Mandarin and now just here for holiday.
And how are you finding it?
Oh, it's been loving it, loving every moment. Want to come back.
Is this your first trip away from England?
No, it's not my first, but it's my first time in China.
And where's your favourite place in the world? Vietnam?
Sapa in Vietnam, just because probably one of the best holidays I've ever had.
Because?
I don't know, just like the nature of being there. Like, so it was, I said, like away from everything, completely separate from city life. So loved it there.
And what's travelling to you? The first thing that comes into your head?
Just be able to get away from just life generally, be able to get out, do something different, see the world.
Do you think it's fantastic that your parents have been able to show you around the world at such a young age?
Definitely, I'll be thanking them for years to come.
And
hopefully want to take up the same trait in years.
And what do you think the benefits of travelling are?
learn more about different cultures. Yeah, probably aids in all sort of life skills, learn languages, so meet new friends as well.
Yeah. And how do you think your Mandarin's gonna go?
That's a bit sketchy.
So quickly, what's travelling to you?
Holidays and relaxation and
No school.
yeah, pretty much.
And favourite memory? Favourite place?
Vietnam and Sapa as well. Yeah.
Because?
It was just really good. It was like really different from everywhere else we went. So yeah, it was just it was a good experience. Yeah.
Is there anywhere in the world you really want to go? Not sure.
Well, there's a lot of places. Yeah, I'd like to go to
Australia?
yes, like South
New Zealand?
Yeah, maybe, and South America, places like that. Just places that I haven't been yet, really. Yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm Jill.
I'm Grace.
And where are you?
In Tiananmen Square in Beijing.
How are you finding China?
Great. Yeah, I've been before, but I think it's the first time for the kids, so I think it's very busy. It wasn't like that when we were here last time, was it? Quite so busy, so but it's great. Oh, don't take my glasses off.
Good to see your pretty eyes. And how's it different from China? When were you here last time?
20 years ago, so it was not as developed, not as busy. All of the road here was all bicycles. Not cars and a few buses, but just bicycles. So
yeah, they said there's an extra 300 cars on the road every week in Beijing.
9 million bicycles, aren't there?
Yeah,
It's a lot less now, I suspect.
it's pretty crazy. Travel to you, what's the first thing that comes, or travelling, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
not being at work and usually being with this lot.
What's travelling to you?
Probably getting away from school and going to a different place and a new experience.
And just quickly, favourite travel moment or memory?
Vietnam.
Sapa as well?
Sapa, yeah, Halong Bay, the whole Vietnam was great.
Yeah. And why? Why was it so great?
I think it was very different. The kids loved it. Just going to Sapa was very special, I think, because it was all the hill tribes and something that maybe in a few years you won't see very much of. So
Fortunate to see.
it was very good.
And for you?
St. Martin, the Caribbean.
Hey, luxury Caribbean. Because?
It was like really quiet and really new. It was like, it was really nice.
Nice sharks tonight.
And sharks.